Hey, what's up everybody, Retro Gaming Guy here. So today in this video, we're going to unbox, demo, and review the BMAX B1 Pro mini PC. Now this mini PC is incredibly affordable at just $99 currently on Amazon. But let's comb through some of the specs on here, and then we're going to unbox, demo, and review this. So right here you can see the mini PC, and this offers 8 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM, 128 gigabyte eMMC, and an Intel Gemini Lake N4000 processor, which should give you speeds of about 2.6 gigahertz on here. So there is the capability for an M2 SSD expansion on here as well. So we're going to unbox this, take a look at what this offers us in terms of layout and design, and then of course dive into it and test out a wide range of games and game collections on here to see where the performance lies. Let's dive into it. All right, here is our BMAX mini PC. Go ahead and open this up. All right, so inside here we have power supply cable, regular HDMI cable. We have ourselves a mount for the mini PC, so we can install this on the backside of a monitor, inside an arcade cabinet, on the backside or inside of a desk. And I actually really like the way that this particular mount is set up. I've been seeing these a lot more recently, so definitely like the way these work. I'm going to actually set that aside so when we get the mini PC out, I can show you how that actually fixes itself to the backside of the PC. All right, so here is our BMAX mini PC. Now, the entire thing here is plastic. It doesn't feel terribly high quality by any means, but it is compact and, relatively durable, I suppose. We do have rubber feet on the bottom, but I mentioned using the mount here. So you'll notice that we have a little pocket right here on the back side. All you have to do is simply slide that down like that, and this will actually hold up just like that. So all you would do is, again, mount this to the inside of an arcade one-up cabinet as my example. So if this was the back wall, it would mount just like that. And then all you simply would do is bring your mini PC over, drop it down right on top of that, and you are good to go. So it doesn't get any easier. So right here it says BMAX across the top. We've got the little logo there. Again, all plastic. We do have ventilation on the sides. Front of this, we just have a little LED light indicator there, so I'm sure that'll light up when we power this on. So on the right-hand side, if you're looking at the logo here, right-hand side, 2 USB 3 ports and a micro SD card slot right there. Flip it around to the back side, we have our audio jack right here, so we can plug in our headset, Ethernet, HDMI port, 2 regular USB-A ports, and then we also have our power supply cable connection, so we can plug in our power supply cable, and then our power button is located right next to that. Now, I think that's kind of a strange layout, in all honesty, as to how this would be. I'm okay with, of course, having the power supply connection in the back side here, but to have the power button on the back is kind of a weird location, if you ask me. I don't know. I think that's kind of a strange place to put it. I would like it to be on the front panel. I think that just makes a lot more sense. I suppose they are located on the side, the USB 3 ports, so it's not the end of the world, but typically, you'd have this going, the way that it is right here. So it's facing me with the logos and everything. So just by default, I would have it, so everything is accessible on the front. So if we go over to the other side, we do have a VGA port over here. So you can see we could get this into, some older setups very easily with this. It's not something that I think we use too much these days, but if you want to integrate this into use with like an older monitor, and this being budget friendly, I could definitely see how that would, be an attractive sort of setup. So it is nice to have it there, even if, for me personally, I don't see myself using it. It is what it is. So we do have, again, the bottom side here where we have the 4 little rubber stoppers there. So if we set this down, it grips the surface very nicely. So definitely interested in the layout here. I think it's definitely acceptable. Now let's open this back panel up here because I believe this is where we could go ahead and use the M2 expansion here if we want to add a SSD. So let me go ahead and open that up. And it is nice that we have just one screw keeping this in, so it's very easy to open. You see exactly how easy it is. And there we go. We do have our slot right there for an M2 SSD to be installed. So you can go up to 1 terabyte, I believe, on here. You can go up to 2 terabytes on here, which is actually pretty nice to be able to do that on this. So I'm not going to do that today. Let's see if we can boot up into Basera. All right, guys, so that booted up perfectly. We're in Basera right now, so I'm going to jump into a bunch of different games belonging to a bunch of different game collections and emulators, and we'll see what the performance is like on here.
Second down. Wilfer. They're going for it. Wilfer. red zone.
What? Are you kidding me?
Knocked to the deck. That was not ready. The Rams are in the red zone.
Look out! He's got some move.
The Saints will take over.
All right, guys, we just unboxed, demoed, and reviewed the B1 Pro mini PC from BMAX, and this, for $99, is a phenomenal mini PC. Now, we were able to get through all of our early, retro video game collections, all the way through PS1, N64, Dreamcast. Sega Saturn actually worked pretty well as well today, but I tried to keep everything short and sweet, so I only showed you guys a little bit of the gameplay demos here, just so you get an idea of what the experience was like. And PS2 actually ran, and it was a decent experience. I won't say flawless by any means. There's definitely little lags and delays that kind of pop up randomly, but they do quickly recover. Audio issues, they do kind of same as the lags. They pop up here and there, but they do quickly recover. We jumped into GameCube today. Now, GameCube I didn't find to be a great experience. It's playable, but the audio is a little bit crunchy there. It's not flawless by any means, and there's really not much we can do to improve upon that. So if you can live with it and you can get into some titles that you want to enjoy, like NFL Blitz for me, 2003 for GameCube, the audio sucked on there. But other than that, it was a decent experience. If I was on a budget, I would play it like that. If I'm not going to be spending a lot of time and I just want to go down memory lane, play, maybe a couple titles here and there, it's not a bad experience. But if I was going to spend a lot of time in GameCube, I definitely would try to upgrade from this mini PC right here. But it's still nice to still get a little bit of a taste of GameCube, at least to, a point where it is playable and enjoyable to an extent. PS2, same deal though. You want to probably get something that can handle it a little bit more effectively, but it is still playable. And I do believe for PS2, you could go into your emulator settings, make some adjustments to improve upon it slightly there as well. But I like to do my review videos with everything stock. I don't like to manipulate settings behind the scenes. I just think that it kind of makes it a little bit more confusing for the viewer to follow along. And, you might be wondering, what did Chase do to get it to play as well as it did here? And, it just becomes confusing. So I try to just go into everything stock, evaluate it, in the most realistic way, I suppose, possible, and to not convolute things. So everything else though, N64, phenomenal, really smooth gameplay experience there. Same with PlayStation, same with Dreamcast. I really enjoyed the experience there. And you saw I stretched the screen a little bit on a lot of these titles too. I didn't go with 4:3 aspect ratio. I went with 16:9. So, in the end, it was a great experience, and it was a great experience on a budget. So I'll probably end up doing a video showing you guys how you could actually create a retro game console from this. Obviously, you will have the limitations to just being able to enjoy the collections that I showed you guys here in this video. But for those that only want to go through Dreamcast, N64, PlayStation, and maybe dip their toes in the waters for GameCube and PS2, this is definitely a solid option at $99. Currently on Amazon. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think though of what we experienced here for just $99 on this BMAX mini PC. Hit me up in the comment section. You guys know the drill though. If you enjoyed the content, please give me a thumbs up on the video. It's a huge help to me here on YouTube as I try to further grow the channel. And then of course, hit subscribe to stay in the loop for all future videos right here on the Retro Gaming Guy YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.